to the game.
What God, damn, right on me. This is right up there. Oh, man. Definitely going up. Definitely. What's going on? Yeah. Good, bro. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go. Let's go. Go ahead. Go.
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams this Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Bulldogs and the Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, I have checked in with the Bulldogs head coach. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Working the ground game. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. Stopped right there.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got him downfield. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Man, what makes this offense so difficult to defend is they've got receivers that have speed and that can separate. On the first drive of the game, they found a soft spot in the middle of the field, and they took advantage.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to establish the run. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Might as well run him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Got his man. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Give to the back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously
that
you can give up some plays in
that
the passing
commitment.
game,
If
but you
I
gotta
don't
stop the
get
run
it, somebody gonna die tonight. I know my vibe is tight.
That last one, they need 8 on 2nd down. Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Big hit. the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
What it do, That's a full court pressure. I'm just going for the 2. If I'm open for the 3, I'm up.
And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wants to throw. It's Wilkins. Still looking to his right. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defenses.
From the gun. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Bulldogs want to move quickly.
Oftentimes when offenses get a 1st down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. And you're seeing them now go hurry up.
Turns up, it's Kelly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Second down, gonna throw it. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught. Across the 25. He's got room. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Number 38, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it out. It's DeLuca. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. This time they'll throw it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
Acting gangster, I ain't buying it.
So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big 3rd down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
He gets a block. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Turning it on! Bulldozes his way through. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Caught on the RPO. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, gonna throw it. He'll take a shot. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers! What a grab and what a quick strike from that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he made the extra point without problem. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'll run it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. And the Bulldogs moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
To the air, it's Wilkins. Rolls right. Caught. Bring him down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Nigga, fix me with that rap shit.
A run for the quarterback.
Season hanging out the coupe, ready to ride sideways.
37. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Second down to the air. Fires quickly. Breaks into the open. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains.
What it do? What the business is? Word on the street, riding on the hammerhead. You with G's ain't cool.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on it. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Wilkins. He'll pull it down. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone, it'll be first down.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They're down to one timeout left in the half. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. They want to run this quarterback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking downfield, it's Wilkins. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return.
Getting Sam White.
The
Get
drive
in.
starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for running room. There he goes. He's at the 50. Past the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. Rolled his way into the end zone. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And they did tack on the extra point. And he's going to bring it out. Slips through the line.
Just breed up yesterday.
To the 31. Nice pickup on the return there.
Get in. Get in. Sam White. Get in.
Time to work. Not any time
One
to waste
night.
as they take
Get
over here in
in.
the final 2 minutes of the half.
24.
Back,
Get
it's
in.
Wilkins. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's broken up.
Get
He took
in.
a shot, and he was equal
One
to the
night.
challenge to knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Right side, it's Kelly. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Rush is on. He'll try to do it himself. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. On the move. Not gonna make it, and the fourth down gamble backfires.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on. But with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
From the gun, the ground game. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got his man on the right. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Between the uprights, it's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll run it. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Colorado taking on the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And it's the Buffaloes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Oh, he's got some space. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And you can tell that young man is comfortable in the pocket, feeling good. You know, last play, nice job setting his feet, making a good throw, getting a completion. Now, didn't like what he sees. What does he have? He has the ability to take off and scramble and make some yards. So this QB is really feeling comfortable.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Dropping back, it's Wilkins. Buying time to his right. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll mark it right at the previous line of scrimmage.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch.
Oh, wow!
They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
Yeah, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Second and long here. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Wants to go up top on second down. He rifles one deep to the left. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a...
Oh, a lot of space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback doing that to your defense.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Third quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wilkins. Flip it out to the back on the screen.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. They'll run the screen, and he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Great job by the defense there tackling the catch. If that receiver breaks a tackle, he's getting the first down. So nice job by the defense surrounding the ball carrier and getting him to the ground.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, hi, Charlie, you deserve to be missing.
A lot of field in front of them as possession from their own 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. After punting the last time they had it, they ought to be set up for a much better result with this drive.
This offense better be licking their chops. You're not going to start with better field possession than this all game did.
You ain't lying. Forget about the last possession and what we did. You're already in scoring position. Take care of that football. Make sure you get some points.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Pack's got it on the screen. Touchdown, Tigers! A great catch and run for 6. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's
going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders. You're in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
To the air, it's Wilkins. Under pressure, and he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that first.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on 4th down. Got room at the 35. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. He's going to take a shot. Oh, what a grab, pulling it in with one hand. And the Bulldogs want to crank the tempo.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Going for 6. Snags it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The Bulldogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Number 8 in the end zone.
Here comes the 2-point try. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Swamped immediately.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Turning it on. Touchdown, Tigers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.